The day of waiting, the day of you not letting me out of your sight. What are you trying to prove?
Now, what kind of father would I be if I let you face this moment alone?
Oh, heavens. Mrs. Holden? Hi, I'm Linda Davidson. Forgive my keeping you waiting, but my last delivery was a doubleheader. Twins that went into extra innings.
Oh, well, I can come back tomorrow.
Oh, no. I just have 2 appointments before you, and then it's your turn.
Wait.
Mrs. Martin?
You don't have to wait around. I've already made it quite clear that this baby will never be your responsibility.
If and when we find out you're really pregnant, then I'll decide what is and isn't my responsibility. Till then, I'm not going anywhere.
Jarvis, it's exquisite. And the ballroom upstairs is a fantasy. You've quite outdone yourself.
Your ladyship's smile is all the thanks I need.
Oh, Robert, sweetheart. It's like a dream come true, isn't it?
Everything's very pretty.
Pretty? It's fabulous. I can't wait to be introduced to Landview Society as Mrs. Robert Coronel.
Garth, are you coming to the party?
I have an errand to run for Lord Henry, but I'll be back. I wouldn't miss tonight for the world.
Pity.
Jarvis, have you seen Lord Leighton?
On the terrace, sir.
Thanks. Nice jacket, Robert. Did Mrs. Coronel pick it out? Your Lordship, I'm on my way to the motel, and... Sir, we can always change the plans for the night.
Only if D.D. Buchanan is unprepared. As long as we're convinced she's up to the challenge, we proceed as planned.
If you insist, sir.
My heart can take it, Garth. I have spent the last year of my life planning and preparing to bring the Buchanans to their knees. Nothing and no one will prevent that from happening.
Again.
You've got it all figured out, don't you? You think you're going to fool my friends that easily?
I fooled you, didn't I? I could continue fooling everybody in Landview. Unless, of course, you'd like to see your husband dead and Delilah.
What I want is to see that obnoxious smile wiped off your face once you're exposed for the fraud that you are.
Hasn't happened yet. I've had a few near misses, but this time tomorrow, all doubts will be erased. I'll be that same poor, jilted ex-husband that everybody felt so sorry for when I got back to Landview.
You know what? You're a disgusting pig.
That's good. That's real good. See, ours was a very nasty divorce. Now, once again, from your grand entrance.
Vicky? Clint? Hi, it's me. I'm home. Well, where is everybody?
Oh, hi. I didn't know you were coming home.
Yeah, well, nobody did. Well, it got kind of boring after Gabrielle left, so I just decided to come home and surprise everybody. So where are they?
Well, the children are upstairs. Mr. and Mrs. Buchanan have just left for the party.
What party?
Wait, here. Lord Henry Leighton requests the pleasure of your company at the celebration of the marriage of his daughter, Joanna, to Mr. Robert Anthony Coronel at Stonecrest, 10 Mountain Drive, 7:30 p.m.
That's interesting. Is Beau going to attend?
I imagine so. It's the party of the year. Everyone who is anyone has been invited.
Not everyone.
Here's what to do.
Kim, could you bring the baby down to me?
Sure, thanks.
Hello.
Cord?
Yeah. Hey, Tina, how you doing? Where are you, girl?
I'm at Land Fair. Listen.
Landford, wait a minute. I was there all day playing with the baby, and nobody said anything about you coming home tonight.
Yeah, well, nobody knew. I just decided to come home and surprise everybody, I guess. Listen, but when I got here, Kim showed me an invitation to this big party at Stonecrest, and, well, I was just wondering, are you and Asa and the rest of the family planning on attending?
Is that your way of asking if Bo is gonna be there?
I never mentioned Bo.
No, you never did. Yeah, Tina, I guess your new heartthrob is gonna be there tonight. He always seems to show up at these things. Listen, I'm glad you're back. Welcome home. Bye-bye, huh?
Bye.
Some things never seem to change.
Boy, some things never change. Kim, don't bring the baby down. Just, I'll see him when I change for the party.
Ah, now I know the evening is complete. The Buchanan family has arrived.
Thank you. Hello,
Welcome.
Joanna.
Oh, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming.
sir.
I know how much it means to Robert. I hope we can all be friends as time goes by.
Yes.
Well, if he makes you as happy as you seem to make him, I don't see why not.
I think we all share that hope, Joanna.
Well, enough of the sentimental overtures, Henry. Where are you keeping the champagne?
You're looking fit and trim, Asa, but are you sure you should be imbibing tonight?
You're a friend of Dr. Bruner's, I know. He quit me. And I think I know what's best for me, Henry.
Here, Asa, allow me.
Oh, thank you.
Cord's coming, isn't he?
If Cord has any brains, he is picking up lovely Sarah Gordon right now.
Asa, what you said about Dr. Bruner...
You know, darling, they have the most delicious-looking canapes in the other room, shall we?
Now, don't forget, there's dancing in the ballroom upstairs, and I expect you to keep at least one waltz for me, Victoria.
Thank you, Lord Henry. I would be honored once I allow these two gentlemen to trample on my toes.
Damn it, Vicky, you can't keep something like this from me. Now, when did Bruner quit?
Look, don't bark at her. He quit me yesterday.
Yesterday? And nobody bothers to tell me?
Clint, I do not need my own private doctor. Look at me. I've never felt better.
Well, I'm happy to see that, Pa, but I still think...
Honey, the doctor is gone, and Asa is none the worse for it. Can't we just relax and have a good time, huh?
Oh, Elizabeth, you look absolutely lovely.
Thank you, my dear. But tonight there will be only one woman in the room. The daughter of Sir Henry Leighton and the wife of Robert Coronel.
I couldn't put it better myself.
Henry, a word with you, if I may.
Of course. Keep smiling. It is Joanna's big night, remember?
It's a big night for everyone, especially if our plan blows up in our faces.
Garth is on his way to the motel with instructions. If Dee Dee isn't ready, he's to put the brakes on immediately. You satisfied?
If we only had had more time to prepare.
Our Beau is right. Someone must do something to stop the suspicions before they get out of hand.
But Dee Dee Buchanan is the one who may present us with a very serious problem.
She is an intelligent woman. She believes that we will kill her husband and Delilah if she should attempt to alert anyone.
She isn't one that bothers me. It's our Beau. He's so sure of himself. He's liable to leave out some detail as necessary to pull off this masquerade. What then?
Fortunately, we have Garth at her side at all times. He is our expert on Dee Dee Buchanan. Should she try anything foolish, he calls a halt to the operation at once.
Daddy, you remember the Henley Powells, don't you?
Of course. How good of you to come.
All right, you can bluff Vicky and Clint. What about Court?
What about him? I never even met him.
He's your ex-husband's nephew. You know all about his background. He knows enough about yours to ask you why your marriage fell apart.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's good. That's very good. But what if he presses? What about Cousin Rafe? He's pretty bright for a cop. He's already suspicious about me, thanks to you and your friends. Now, whatever you do...
Whatever I do, I avoid rape. God, we've gone through this a million times.
We'll go through this a million more times if we have to.
And what good is that going to do but confuse me more? You expect me to march in there in front of all those people, which is going to be hard enough, but you want me lying through my teeth.
I expect you to save your husband's life. And Delilah's. Why don't you just think about the gun that's going to be aimed at them the whole time that you're at that party?
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm your ex-husband for tonight. That's all you have to know.
Why do you hate the Buchanans so much? What did they ever do to you?
They use their power and their wealth to destroy the wrong man. So I'm going to make sure that I get even. Come on in.
The party's begun. All Dee Dee has to do is to slip into this dress, and I'll drive her back to Stonecrest.
All right, let's get this over with.
A message from Lord Henry. If you have any doubts about her, we call it off now.
What, I missed this opportunity?
We'll find other ways.
No, there is no better time than right now. She knows everyone at the party. She can convince them that she's alive, well, and very divorced.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt this, but I'm not doing anything until I'm assured that Beau and Delilah are safe.
They're all right for the time being. And if you'd like them to stay that way, you'll get dressed.
Wait a minute, not that dress.
But that's the one she was wearing when she and Beau returned to the States.
Come on, Garth. This is Mrs. Dee Dee Buchanan. She can afford 100 new dresses. Now wear that one that's on the bed.
I'll wear whatever I want.
Listen to
You
me.
can tell me what to say, but you're not going to tell me what to wear.
Now you listen to me.
She's
lady.
getting into the act. Can't you tell?
Yeah, fine, okay? You wear whatever you want. She's all yours now, Garth. I will see you two later. Oh, and, Dee Dee, break a leg.
Can't wait, huh? Oh, it's okay. I couldn't help overhearing. This must be your first.
Actually, it's our second.
A veteran. Me too. I'm going for my sixth.
6?
Well, they say fertility runs in the Jones family. That's me, Nancy Jones Cleary.
Oh, congratulations, Mrs. Cleary.
Oh, thanks, hon. Of course, it's not official yet, but I have not been wrong before. And you would be?
Oh, I'm sorry. Holden, Max. My name's Max, and this is Gabrielle.
Hello.
Gabrielle. That's a great name for a girl. You mind if I steal it? And Max. I already have one of those. Number 4, Hell on Wheels.
You don't say.
I can tell you're nervous. So I won't take up too much of Doc Davidson's time. By now, we veterans ought to know when we're in the family way, right, honey?
As soon as the due date approaches, I'll see you every 2 weeks. By the time 9 months is over, you'll be sick of me and ready for that baby to be born.
I'm ready now. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye. Mrs. Cleary?
Hi, Doc. A glutton for punishment, that's me.
Haven't you heard, Mrs. Cleary? Big families are out of style.
Honey, if you're good at something, keep at it. That's what I say.
It's a nice lady. I hope she's right about the baby.
We women, we have instincts about those things. We really don't need tests or doctors.
Some women are a little more honest than others.
Congratulations. Thanks, Squirt. You, more than anyone, knows what this night means to me.
Joanna, I hope you're always as happy as you look this evening.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Now that I'm part of the society here in Landview, I have to get involved.
So, have I missed anything?
Just Elizabeth and Henry. They've been joined at the hip ever since Elizabeth got here.
Hi.
Hello.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Henry, Beau has just arrived. It must mean our plan is going forward. Heaven help us.
Courage, Elizabeth. Too late to back out now.
Still, I'll feel better when he tells us that our guest is primed and ready.
Hey, Clint. This is some party, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of party where the unexpected is to be expected. But then that's your style, isn't it?
Well, now, wait, what am I supposed to have done now?
Oh, just the usual. You claim to care so much for this family, but you don't share a damn thing, Beau.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your Dr. Brunner. Why didn't you tell me he quit yesterday?
He what?
Oh, come on, don't pretend with me. You hired him in the first place.
Clint, I swear I didn't know anything about this until just now. Maybe Asa fired him. You know Pa. He can be a hothead sometimes. Why don't I find Pa and see if I can get the lowdown on this, okay? Excuse me.
Did you hear that? Yeah, looks like we were right about Dr. Bruner not leaving town on some kind of coincidence. He must have figured out that we got some more information on him.
Well, if I were you, I'd be grateful he's gone. At least Asa won't be in any danger.
Yeah, well, that's the good news. We still got my Uncle Bo to worry about. I bet he's got another trick up his sleeve, and it's bound to be worse.
Time's up. We gotta leave now, or we fall behind schedule. And that could be fatal, you understand?
Everyone at the party knows that I never go out unless I'm completely pulled together.
You look peachy. Now, let's go.
Do you have a handbag?
Thought of everything.
Look, I hope we have time to stop for cigarettes. I'm dying for a smoke.
I told you, you have to make your entrance at 8 o'clock sharp. And now that I think of it, how long has it been since you took up smoking?
Me? Well, I've been puffing since high school.
Oh, really? Then how come we've never seen you puffing in all the months you've been our guest?
In case you've forgotten, while I was your guest, I was being locked up in a tiny cell. It's a little difficult to run out and buy a pack.
Well, you can live without them for tonight, then.
Oh, and just have my friends wonder why I kicked the habit.
All right, all right. You can have mine. Yeah.
They're not my brand.
Now, hold still.
They'll be fine. Oh, please, is that necessary?
Just until we arrive at the party. Besides, it'll give you a chance to concentrate on your lines.
I know my lines, backwards and forwards.
Well, you'd better. Our people will be everywhere tonight. Some you know, and some you don't know. And, of course, I'll be in touch with the gentleman guarding your husband and Delilah. You may remember him. Delightful fellow named Alf.
Ugh, that pig.
Well, he come all the way from England just to babysit for you. Now, you know how he feels about Bo. So one slip from you. Well, need I say more? Come along, Mrs. Buchanan. It's showtime.
You can.
Thank you.
Hello, Asa.
Would you like another, ma'am?
No, thank you. I think I've lost my appetite.
Well, I think we've put in enough of an appearance. Would you like to leave?
Oh, thank you. I knew that Asa probably was going to be here this evening, so I wasn't surprised by the reception.
Doesn't make it any easier, though, does it?
Shucks. It's still early. No reason why we shouldn't have a rootin' shootin' good time.
Good for you. I think I have the answer. Mary Lynn and Wade are upstairs dancing. Shall we? Huh?
Kind sir, I'd be charmed.
Renee Devine is the woman who's been so suspicious of our Beau, is she not? And from what I've observed, Dennison is thick with the Buchanans.
His friendship with Renee is a little too close for our comfort.
Much too close. Remind me to think of a way of removing Tom Dennison before we take over WVLE.
First things first. Looks like our Beau wants a word with you.
Good Lord, I hope nothing's gone wrong. Well, enjoying yourself, I trust.
Why didn't you tell me about Bruner?
Keep your voice down. I was about to tell you as soon as... Is that the police?
Thanks for coming, Rafe.
I'll be honest with you, Rob. I wasn't going to out of respect to Cassie.
You may not understand this now, but Cassie's the last person I want to hurt. Maybe someday she'll realize that, and some of my friends will, too. Come on. Let me get you some champagne.
Thanks. Hey, Bo. How are you? Rested, I hope.
Hey, feeling much better. I even know what day it is now.
There you go.
Have you met Lord Leighton, Rafe Garrettson?
Yes, of course. Good of you to come, Captain.
Thank you, sir. It was nice of you to invite me. Where's that champagne, Rob? This way. Thank you. See you later.
You're not getting off that easy, Henry. What happened to Bruner?
Not now. Is Dee Dee on her way here?
Yeah, we're Right on schedule, as long as Garth does his bit.
In that case, better find out if everyone's ready. It's me, Alf. How are things there?
All our ducks are in a row, Gov.
Excellent. You know your orders.
If you or your man gives the signal, I'm to take care of our duckies instantly.
Here's hoping it won't come to that. I'll get back to you, Alf.
Turn the sound on. Listen, I know you're listening. Where's my wife? What did you do to her?
Do to her? Nothing. But you and the lady will get plenty done to you unless your missus behaves herself.
Alf is a good soldier. He knows what has to be done.
Yeah, well, so am I. When I know what's going on, now you tell me about Bruner, Henry. I don't want any other surprises tonight.
Label this for Mrs. Cleary, please?
Yes, Doctor. Now, I do hope you aren't going to be killing any little bunny rabbits on my account, Doctor, because I am sure I've got number 6 cooking in the oven.
Happily, we don't kill rabbits anymore, Mrs. Cleary. We'll do a blood test in the lab, and I'm sure it'll confirm your diagnosis and mine by tomorrow.
Should I take this down to the lab now, Doctor?
No, listen, we're running so late. Why don't you wait until I'm done with my last appointment, then you can take them all down at once, okay? So, we'll call you in the morning with the good news.
Take all the time you like, Doc. It'll give me time to figure out what to tell my husband. Good luck to you, Gabrielle. And if it's a girl, Nancy's a nice name, don't you think?
Thanks for waiting, Mrs. Holden. You want to come into the examining room?
Yeah.
Bo, I'm as much in the dark as you are. All Bruner told me, he had to go to Switzerland, family emergency.
The question is, whose family?
How's that?
Nothing. Listen, Pa, why don't you steer clear of Renee tonight? You know, without a doctor in the house, no telling what she might try.
Bo, I want to have a good time here. Please, no unsolicited advice, right?
Well, Renee, how about a little champagne?
How about a lot more champagne?
I'll be right back.
Be right back. Renee, thanks for coming. I know it's not easy.
No, it isn't. I'm not enjoying celebrating this marriage any more than you are.
How's Cassie?
Why don't you call her and see?
She hasn't wanted to talk to me ever since I asked her to drop the investigation that you're doing. But I hope you told her to follow my advice.
Yes, I did.
Good.
You know, you'd make my life a lot easier if you could tell me why you're so against this.
I wish I could, but look, if you care about Cassie, tell her to stop.
Excuse me, Renee, but my father's about ready to make a toast. Do you mind if I steal him away?
Sure enough, honey.
Daddy, we're ready for you.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. Thank you. Joanna, Robert, would you join me? Ladies and gentlemen, and may I say that after tonight, I hope we may call you our friends. I want to welcome you to Stonecrest. This home and this night belong to the dearest person in my life, my daughter. And to the dearest person in her life, her new husband. I give you Mr. and Mrs. Robert Coronel.
I...
And you said I didn't know how to make an entrance. Aren't you going to say something? I called you at Ace's and Nigel said you were here. He didn't mention anything about a party. I'm sorry if I spoiled things.
Dee Dee, you can't go, honey. We've been so worried about you.
That's Dee Dee, Beau's ex-wife.
You can't mean it. I thought she was in Europe.
Well, we weren't sure where she was. I'm sorry for the disturbance. We'll take her back to Landfair.
Oh, nonsense. I think an introduction is in order. Welcome to Stonecrest. I'm Henry Layton.
Lord Henry Layton?
Yes, he's our host tonight.
And what a host he is. That is, your reputation is legendary, Lord Layton. I hope I haven't spoiled your party.
On the contrary, I think you lent a touch of excitement and drama.
Porter, you all right? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I think maybe I have. Rob, would you like to give me an introduction?
Yeah, come on.
Excuse us, ladies.
Maybe we should give Beau and Dee Dee some time alone. There's no need, Rafe. The lady and I have nothing to say to one another.
Oh, Dee Dee, honey, forgive us. Forgive all of us if we seem shocked. But, you know, Clint had a call from your Uncle Pete. He's been looking all over Europe for you.
I'm really sorry. It's just that I've been, lost, you might say. In fact, there were times I wasn't sure where I was myself.
Well, sweetheart, as soon as the party's over, you're going to come home with us.
No, I can't.
You have to. Absolutely, I insist. And you'll call Pete from there, and you can call your sisters, too.
Yes, Dee Dee, you must do that. They'll be very relieved to know where you are and know that you're safe.
That's very kind of you. I'm just not sure what my plans are later, but I promise you that as soon as I can, I'll call Pete and Pam.
When you walked in here, young lady, I could have horsewhipped you what you put my son Beau through.
Asa.
Oh, Asa, you haven't changed much, have you? Still think you can change the world, even if it takes a whip.
Asa, honey, please.
That's why I didn't give you what for. You always had the nerve to stand up to me. Like the time I tried to tear down that baseball field behind your father's factory. You're the one who fought to save it.
Pa, do you remember that?
Why shouldn't I? I always admired a young lady with spunk.
Thanks, Asa. I really needed to hear that. Especially tonight.
Dee Dee, are you all right?
Some air would help.
By all means, step out on the terrace.
Thank you, Lord Layton. If you would all just give me a moment. It's just overwhelming seeing everyone again.
Good.
Beau, did you know that?
No, I had no idea. Clint, do you think I'd be here tonight if I knew that she was going to show up?
Vicky, maybe she shouldn't be out there by herself. Maybe better go see if she's all right.
Yes, you're right. Hold on, thank you.
Light, ma'am?
No, thank you.
Dee Dee, honey, are you sure you're all right?
Yes, the fresh air is wonderful. And so is seeing you. I've missed you so much.
Oh, honey, we've missed you, too. We really have. And when I say we, that includes Beau. I know he seems angry and he seems bitter now, but I do hope you're here to work things out.
Vicky,
you know, he's been deeply affected by this divorce. Ever since you guys went your separate ways, he's just been so moody and so distant. He's not been himself at all, and you can change all that.
Look, I don't know what you've been told, but you of all people should know that there are two sides to every story. I wouldn't take everything Beau says as gospel.
Well, I understand that, but still, if a reconciliation is at all possible... Honey, I didn't know you smoked.
Yeah, it's just a nasty habit that I picked up in Europe. But you know what? I've been promising myself to quit, and there's really no time like the present. Just wish there was a place I could throw this whole pack.
Well, give them to me. I'll put them in my purse, and when I get home, I'll throw them away.
Thanks, Vicky. I didn't think I'd be able to kick that by myself.
Most anti-itch medicines relieve itching on your skin, but Dermarest doesn't stop there. Dermarest also fights what's causing the itching in your skin. Dermarest stops the itch where it starts.
Smelly, rotten mildew stains? Try 1, 2, 3 sprays of Tilex against 1 spray of X14. In minutes, the X14 side is dramatically cleaner without scrubbing. X14, it's better.
Beep, beep, new, ooh, yum, yum. Potatoes, scallop potatoes, it's that time. These are easy and so fun. And a 1 and a 2, 10 minutes, whee! You microwave a blueberry, ooh, or brown in Pillsbury. Sour cream and chives, yum, yum, pop, pop. Scallop potatoes, they'll love a lot. Creamy, steamy, loving from the oven. Hee hee.
It's totally unacceptable. A clean dish should not come out with food, detergent, or other nasty residue. So I did it. I'd say it wasn't rinsed with Jet Dry. See this hole? The manufacturer made it for rinse agents like Jet Dry to help your machine rinse off the stuff. So, use Jet Dry. Fill the hole once a month. Or, if you don't have the hole, use the solid. Got it? Good. Get it. Jet Dry rinses off residue for shiny, clean dishes.
This delicate orchid bears a pod we know as the vanilla bean. For some, this may be the first time you've ever seen natural vanilla, and this may be the first time you've really tasted it. Breyer's all-natural ice cream. Nothing artificial. Just fresh milk, real cream, pure sugar. So that true vanilla taste really comes through. Breyer's ice cream. It's like tasting vanilla for the first time.
A practical joke puts the boys out on a ledge.
We'll go back in through the window.
Perfect strangers.
Tell me the guard didn't lock the window.
The guard didn't lock the window.
And hold on to your rubber ducky.
This is the most terrifying shower scene since Psycho.
Full house. Then, is Wesley turning over a new leaf?
I made you some fresh squeezed orange juice, and I even picked out the seeds with my own fingers.
Mr. Belvedere, after Perfect Strangers in Full House, Friday.
Does this always take this long?
Don't worry, Mr. Holden. I'm sure your wife is fine.
These things happen. Nothing to blame yourself for.
What is it, Doc?
I think it's a false alarm.
You mean she's not pregnant?
Hope you're not too disappointed, Mr. Holden.
Disappointed? No. I somehow will manage to get by. You positive she's not pregnant?
Well, of course, we'll have to run tests to confirm, so label this and send it out with the others, okay?
It's too late, Doctor. The lab closed early and didn't let us know.
You mean we're gonna have to wait all night for this?
Oh, sorry. I mean, I know how anxious you are for the results. But if Nurse Cooper takes it down first thing in the morning, you'll have the results by tomorrow afternoon, okay?
I'm sure you can wait that long, can't you, Max?
Well, I'm afraid I have no choice.
Well, we'll talk then. And in the meantime, Gabrielle, I want you to remember that you're in wonderful health. There's no reason why you can't have another baby. Okay?
Thank you.
Good night.
Would you like me to have Dr. Davison call you with the results, or do you trust me to give you an honest result?
Funny you should ask. I already gave the nurse my number at the hotel.
What are you waiting for, son?
She's got her friends. That's what she came back for.
Clint, talk to your brother. She wants to talk to him. Any fool can see that.
That's what I'd be, Pa, as a fool if I opened myself up to her again.
Rob, I didn't even know that you were back in town, and here we're at a party for you and your bride. I get to meet her?
Sure, but first there's someone who's dying for an introduction. Dee Dee, this is Clint's son, Cord.
Hi.
Cordero, hi. I've heard a lot about you.
And I've heard a lot about you. I guess we just missed each other. When I came to Lambview, you had just taken off, and you had left the USA for good, huh?
For good? That's not exactly right. We flew into Kennedy Airport last Thanksgiving.
You're kidding. Why didn't you call anyone?
We were just in town for a few days and then we had to leave.
Oh, well, when I talked to Pam, she thought it was kind of strange that you didn't call Pete or your sisters during the holidays.
It really isn't so strange. We were going through a very difficult time then. In fact, you could say that that was the weekend all of our troubles began. If you'll excuse me, I would like to hug this big, handsome cop. Rafe Garrettson, how have I managed without you?
Oh, search me, kiddo. Listen, I just heard you talking about being at Kennedy last Thanksgiving. At the same time that Delilah disappeared.
Rafe, it must be awful for you.
It's the not knowing, Dee Dee, and people are saying that I have to face the fact that she's dead. But in my heart...
Then you follow your heart. And whatever you do, you don't stop looking for her. Do you understand me?
I recognize that dress.
Yes, Delilah designed this for me. And I wear it when I want to feel close to her. I feel sort of a bond with her somehow that we're together.
Excuse us, Rafe. It's obvious that my ex-wife wanted to speak to me, so why don't we just get it over with, Dee Dee? Let's go out on the terrace so we can have some privacy, huh? One more little stunt like that, I snap my fingers. You know what's going to happen, don't you?
I'm only doing what you wanted me to. I'm being reassuring to my friends.
Yeah, well, you've seen everybody you have to see, so it's time for your exit right now, before Clint and Vicky want to drag you back to Landfair so you can call your Uncle Pete.
I just got here. Isn't that going to look kind of suspicious?
We're about to put their suspicions to rest. You remember your finale, don't you? We're going to do it just the way it was rehearsed. Otherwise, the critics are going to kill you, Dee Dee, as well as the people that you love.
Paul, you want us to drive you home?
And leave before she does. I wouldn't give that woman a satisfaction, Clint.
Tom, I've stayed beyond the call of duty. I can't stay for another minute knowing that Asa's avoiding me.
Well, I can remedy that. I'll drive you home.
Why don't we all leave together?
Good idea. Tomorrow's Marilyn's first photo session, and we want the new Miss Angel Berger to be well rested and ready, right?
Yes, Mom.
Well, I'm looking for Bob Buchanan.
I believe he's still on the terrace with Mrs. Buchanan.
With Vicky? What are you talking about? She's right in there.
Oh, no, Mom. I mean the other Mrs. Buchanan.
That's Tina Roberts. So that's the famous Tina. I thought she was on a cruise somewhere. We all did, especially our beau. Better be prepared in case things turn, shall we say, unpleasant.
I knew you were careless, even thoughtless. I had no idea you were this cruel.
I had a good teacher.
You mean you came all the way back here just to rub my nose in your infidelity?
Shouldn't we?
Huh?
There's nobody around. Shouldn't we wait?
You do it just the way we were planned. I've got to get you out of here.
So, no wonder you sent me on a cruise.
Tina.
Oh, you remembered.
Tina, I was told you were out of town. How are you doing?
Why don't you ask your ex-husband? He ought to know.
Look, Dee Dee, you wait right here. All right? What are you doing back so soon?
I don't think that's the real question here. The real question is, what are you doing out here with her? Huh? I thought you two were finished.
Listen to me. I can explain everything.
No, there is no explanation for this. Besides, I heard you say you were going to get her out of here. What, so you could get her to some private little place that you can reminisce?
Tina, now listen, you just have to trust me on this.
I don't have to do anything. And if you want to prove me wrong about you and her, then you will leave with me right now.
Whatever the day brings, she's confident.
FDS woman.
She's confident, fresh, and nice to be near.
FDS woman, so very confident.
FDS for safe feminine deodorant protection every day.
Clinical tests show that none of the leading antiseptics, not one of them, helps cuts heal as fast as the #1 doctor-recommended first aid treatment. Neosporin. For faster healing, it's the one.
Green pockets, fit with your style. Green pockets, quick and neat, a breeze to heat. Green pockets, hot numbers like these, only 300 calories. Green pockets, a meal, great taste when you have no time to wait. Green Pockets.
Get into Lean Pockets. 6 new tasty lean meals in a pocket.
Lean Pockets, they fit with your style.
What you doing? Oh, nothing. Oh. What's this say? It says, my mommy likes me to eat kicks. Oh, is it good? No. No, it's excellent. You know, my mom likes me to eat kicks, too.
Kicks, low in sugar, great taste. Ask your kids.
Take human bites.
You're about to witness a crime. The hook.
Oh, poor little doggy.
The lift. The chop lifter. He's desperate for those luscious tender chops that look like real meat chops with a savory, meaty middle surrounded by the crunch of bone. Don't let your dog become a chop lifter. Buy a meaty tender chops in all tender style, too.
In America, you get one when you're 18, and you can use it for the rest of your life. I moved here and became a citizen so I could get one, too. It's a privilege.
How long has she been here, huh? Ever since the day you sent me on that boat?
No. She just got back here tonight. I swear I didn't even know she was coming. But I can't just walk out on her now after she's come all this distance just to talk to me.
There is nothing to talk about. Look, just tell her about me, and that will be the end of the conversation.
I will, in my own way. Now, if you go home right now, I'm going to meet you later on at Landfair. Please. Tina, listen, you know my future is with you. It's not with her.
I thought you'd be glad to see Dee Dee. I know how much you always cared about her.
Yeah, I still do, but hearing her talk about Delilah... I'm sorry, Vicky. Just brought back too many memories. For the sake of the party, I think I should just go.
Good night.
Sorry to see our detective go. The night's entertainment is partly for his benefit. Jarvis?
Could I have my car brought around?
I beg your pardon, sir, but it is parked behind several others. It may take the attendant some time to extricate it.
Okay, I'll just wait outside.
Very good, sir.
Tina, what on earth are you doing here?
Well, you know, I don't know. I heard about this party, but now that I'm here,
Robert, please do something.
I told you, stop calling me that.
I always want to, and I always...
Excuse us. Did you love me when you ran off with somebody else?
He didn't mean anything.
Now, just get out of my life and just stay out.
Don't say that. Don't say that. If you won't forgive me, I'll never be able to live with myself.
Oh, come on. Just save the melodrama. You're too damn selfish to punish yourself as much as you deserve it.
Come on, boss.
No, Rob.
You've got a very loving wife over there, very devoted. Now I want you to take a look at the other kind. This is the kind that takes and takes and never gives anything back.
I want to make it up to you if you'll just give me another chance.
Now, hold on just a minute. Now, you two people keep this up. You're just going to hurt each other more.
Honey, come home with us. When you calm down, you can pull yourself together. You'll
No.
be fine.
I'm not going to stay where I'm not wanted. There's no reason. There's no reason to even live.
Dee Dee. No, Dee Dee, honey, wait!
Oh, God. Do you think she really means that?
Oh, wait.
Tina, listen, I can't talk to you right now.
Look, if you go after Dee Dee right now, then our engagement is off.
Yep. Complications. Ready?
Oh, yes.
Dee Dee, are you all right? Dee Dee, what's wrong?
Everyone dreams of making it big, even raisins. And the big dream shared by every raisin is to be big enough for Post Raisin Bran. But for Post, only one kind of raisin is plump enough, sweet enough, big enough. It's the California raisins. Those super big superstars from the San Joaquin Valley. The only raisins big enough for the crispy flakes and Post Raisin Bran with the California raisins. Because big raisins make a big difference.